Yo guys, Matt from Upsilon Mining, coming back at you with another video. You guys thought I was going away, didn't you? You thought I was going to stop creating content because the merge is coming up. That is absolutely incorrect. I will be here to create content or just to talk and blab about everything and anything to keep you guys entertained, because after all, what is a YouTube channel without a little bit of entertainment? I just got back from a half-hour run with my dog. Before that, I went all throughout the whole city on my scooter. Oh man, it was really good. So excuse me if I'm a little bit sweaty, a little bit out of breath, but I felt like I really needed to get to this video. So today's topic is, I just kind of want to talk about, am I going to hodl or am I going to sell all my Ethereum, and kind of what is my plan leading up to the merge and after the great merge. I think, theoretically, I think what my plan is to do is the hodl, baby, the hodl long term, and to go down with the ship. So if Ethereum crashes and burns to the ground, I will go down crashing with it. Or if Bitcoin goes crashing down, I will go crashing down with it, because as you know, the values of these coins were really high at some point, and I'm not really in a position where I want to sell and undercut my future self. So kind of like to think of this as opposed to just earning money like a paycheck right now, right? So if you go to your job and you do some work, perform some tasks, you have an agreement, an employment agreement, a contract with your employer. What you're doing is providing a service, and in return you're getting paid in currency. Usually it's the currency of the country that you're in, Canadian dollars, where I am, US dollars. But I don't look at this mining as a job, right? So I'm not looking at it as, okay, well, I'm going to pay myself based off what the current market rate is, or I'm not going to pay myself now when I know what the potential of that future is, right? So let's just take a look, like I've always done before, at some of the and I could talk about Ethereum Classic, but I'm just going to talk about Ethereum because there was a point in time where Ethereum was worth significantly more than it is now, right? We're talking way up here in the 4,000 to 5,000 range and more, and basically right now we are essentially not doing too good at all. We're only at the 1,600 range, which isn't bad compared to how it was before. If you guys would have just put in a shitload of money a few months ago, back when it was like $800, $900, you could have literally doubled your money and shorted it and sold. Like if you would have taken out, say, maxed out your credit card and a cash advance. I'm not advising this at all, anyone do this, but I thought about doing this, taking the 20 grand out, sucking up some basic fee. So let's say you pay 1% fee and a 0% balance transfer. You basically pay like $200, right? So $200 at the top, you get $19,800, right? Put all that money into a Bitcoin, not Bitcoin. Put all that money into Ethereum a few months ago. It would have doubled up. You would have had $36,000. You would have made $17,000, $18,000 very easily if you would have done that. So the moral of the story is, everyone who sold when it was super low lost out big because they couldn't see the long-term picture. So whenever anyone asks me, oh, am I going to sell all my Ethereum up to the merge? Am I going to sell all the Bitcoin? Am I going to sell everything because it's going to crash? Oh my God, it's going to go down and crash forever. No, it's not. And if it does, then I'm just willing to take those hits. With regard to like the electricity that I'm paying for the mining, I'm paying that out of pocket as a business expense through my corporation, like I've mentioned many times before. So I'm just kind of covering that from my actual business income through my software development services, which is my main line of income for my business. So I'm not taking money from the Ethereum mining or the Bitcoin, or Ethereum the Bitcoin mining, or any of the coins that I'm mining. I'm not cashing any of that out. Basically everything that's been mined, I've pretty much remained in my wallet. The only thing I did was I bought 2 Jazz miners with some of the Ethereum that I had mined from the beginning of the year. So I've reinvested that into new equipment in the hopes that Ethereum Classic will go up in the future. We're really low right now. We're like, it was at like if you look way back here, it was down to, so yeah, so that's only 1 month. So you look, it was down to $900 or something like that, like really low over here. You could have bought that and doubled it here at 1,800, or more than doubled your money. If you would have bought here, and I did buy some here, and you would have sold here, you would have literally doubled your money You just got to be bold. It's not giving financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to do stupid things and bet your house and your farm on it. But you have to be a little bit bold, um, and take some chances once in a while. Because if you play it safe your whole life, you're just gonna have an average safe life. So that's kind of my stance on long term. I'm looking at this whole thing, um, not just up into 2022 where we are now. I'm looking at this into 2025, 2030, 2040, when I'm 50, 60 years old. Maybe I don't want to wait till I'm 60 years old, but I'd like to enjoy that money before I hit, in my 50s or maybe my mid 40s even. So 5, 6 years, I'm gonna wait till 2030 and see what happens. I know there's going to be a time where it's gonna rally again. It's gonna go up again. That could be in 2025 when the Bitcoin halving happens. It could be even later, right? And the same thing goes for like Ethereum Classic, right? I'm very bullish, I guess, bold on Ethereum Classic as well. I believe Ethereum Classic has a lot to go up. We're at what, $34 right now, and the actual income on these coins aren't that great. So if you take a look here, compared to what it was before, that is. So if you take a look here and we put in, so let's say 520 mega hash at 240 watts. So we're just going to put in the numbers that the jazz miners get, roughly the advertised numbers, because this is the averages. Right now, on the jazz miners, each one's making about $12. $12 per day US, right, and $6.37 per day. So we're making half the amount of money in Ethereum Classic, and that's a lot due in part to the. If you take a look at the Ethereum Classic in the last little while, basically the hash rate, the difficulty, jumped from about 400 terahash to over 500 terahash. That's because all the 5 gigabyte miners came over to it. Personally, I left all my 5 gigabyte jazz miners on Ethereum because it can still mine it for now. But when this happens, I'm going to switch on when it's actually maxed out at the memory. I think it's like 5.2 gigabytes or something on the memory. When it's completely maxed out, I'm going to move everything over to Ethereum Classic, the jazz miners anyways, and I'm let them mine for years and years and years. Literally 6 years. I'm just leaving run on 6 years, guys. It's only using about 1,000 watts of electricity, maybe a little more per month. So it's not costing a lot of money to run this, but the future potential is big. Even if the yield is small, and it looks like we're not making a lot of money right now. Like it's only saying it's making $6 a day right now. So this could drop down to like $2 a day per jazz miner. Looks maybe deceiving, but say that 10x's, right? So like the value of it goes from $34 to $300 at some point. Then we're now making significantly more than that. Like say that if it goes to $2, make it $20 a day at that point, $25 a day. But so even if it drops because the monumental hash power coming into it just completely crashes the hash rate and the difficulty just skyrockets, and the jazz miner is making $2 a day. I don't care if it's making $2 a day today because I'm not selling it today. Like I'm selling it in 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, whatever. I'm gonna let it moon, man. And if Ethereum Classic goes it touches anything near where like it hasn't even touched close to $1,000. And if people really push this coin and does well, like the highest we've ever hit was like what's this? $130 or something like that, like 170, 160. And yet Ethereum is significantly higher. Ethereum has been up to like $4,000 or $5,000, and we're over $1,000 point now. Even if Ethereum Classic hits the lowest point that Ethereum has hit in recent times, which is $1,000, we're seeing significant multiples of what we're at now. So if we're making say $34, let's just do some stupid math here. Like it doesn't take a rocket science to take a look at this. But if you take like say $1,000, right, divided by say $35, which is what it is now, that's a 28x, right? 28x. So if you go 28, times the $6 that it's making now, that's $168 a day, which is a lot. Like that's each jazz miner is making 60 grand a year, and that's crazy. But if I say it goes down to like $2 a day, right, and we still get 28, that's $56 a day just for one jazz miner. That's pretty crazy, right? So like, if you just let it mine and just hope, and wait for the value of this coin to spike, you could make up $20,000 per year just from one of these jazz miners. Plus, the value of the hardware itself is going to go up. So, what's my answer to like, am I selling this? No, it's basically this money that's sitting in my wallet is like do or die money. If Ethereum dies, if everything goes to shit and I lose everything, then I'm willing to say, I did my best. I'm not buying any more mining hardware right now. That's one thing I'm telling you guys. I'm not continuing to buy a lot of GPUs right now or anything right now. First off, my power's maxed out. I can't put any more power on my house. It's just too much. So I'd have to come up with another plan if I wanted to do that, to get another location, and I'm not willing to invest money into another location right now while things are kind of in the gutter right now. That being said, am I selling my equipment? Absolutely not. I'm gonna keep everything, every little damn, every last damn GPU, every ASIC that I have, I'm keeping in my possession, and I'm gonna mine on whatever I can mine on when the merge happens, right? I'm taking a look at a couple of these coins here, which on let's take a look at maybe a, 6600 XT or a 6600. Let's just go for that. It's kind of a modest GPU. Where is it? 66. Where is it at? Right here. We're around 6600 right now. Is making 55 cents on Ethereum, which isn't that good, right? But I mean, it's a pretty low end card, but it's efficient card. The next, ignoring the nice hash one, the next most mineable one we're looking at like Neoxa, right? Which is on the Pow algorithm, which is hot. Winter's coming up, so I think that should be okay, right, for the extra heat. It can handle the extra heat because it start going to get cold once fall happens and once winter starts coming around. I'm not too concerned with it. I'm only concerned about maybe having to replace pads or things like that. But I mean, judging by the fact that these are such low wattage GPUs anyways, they should be fine. And I mean, I do have some hope for some other projects. I mean, look at Neoxa, right? 45 cents, Firo, 34 cents. Even if coins like, Ethereum Classic are just going to tank to nothing, there's other options that will come out, and I'm hopeful that they will. But basically, like what I'm saying is like, let's say I have X number of coins or dollars in my wallet the day of the merge. The merge happens, boom, everything goes to shit, right? So every coin I check is like negative, negative, negative. So it's like, oh man, what's the point of running them? I'm just gonna shut them down and run the Jazz miners. Hopefully the Jazz miners will be profitable. I think they will because they're the most efficient ASICs, the hardware that I have out of everything. So as long as those are running, it's fine. If it's so bad that even those aren't efficient, then man, then I guess I'd have to just shut down and just wait, which is fine with me, right? I'm not like crazy, worrying about making the money today and right now and today. The way I kind of look at it is I'm paying, and this is kind of why you guys should have worked it out such that you're paying money out of your pocket for the hydro. So if you paid money out of your own pocket for the hydro, whether that be through a business expense or whether it be paying that on your own, you're used to that as an expense, right? So for me, I'm used to this, large $1,300, $1,400 power bill, right? So when the merge finally happens, and all of my cards become like doorstops essentially, hopefully just temporary, I'm gonna shut them all down. Maybe I'll go through with some compressed air, clean them all out, open them up, polish them up a little bit, maybe figure out my setup a little bit, reorganize some things. My gym's down in the basement. I haven't been able to work out really a lot much in the basement because it's been so blistering hot down there. Might get some good workouts in, lose a little more weight, get a little more fit, and just keep an eye, just a vigilant eye on the market, on the coins and crypto, and seeing what Red Panda's saying, what Chump Change is saying, what all these other guys are saying, and just kind of like follow along, being ready to pounce, right? We're gonna pounce right back in, right? So as soon as I start making some money again, I'll just jump right back up and on that bad boy. And in the meantime, I'm gonna enjoy that savings of $1,300-1,400. It'll be like, oh damn, that's like money in my pocket. So that's how I'm looking at it. And I know it sounds a little bit silly because it's like, oh, you would have spent that money anyways, but it's kind of like I'm kind of shifting my perspective to thinking about that $1,400. Now, with that $1,400, I can do a couple things. Where I could pay off some debt, I could put it in savings, I could reinvest it in crypto if I want. I can reinvest half of it in crypto and just kind of control how much I'm going. And I'm still moving ahead, right? So I can't see, it's a win-win no matter what happens here. The only thing that would suck is that my house, I'd have to heat my house again, right? But I mean, I'd have to kind of balance that out. Maybe I could run some mining rigs, even if it had a loss, just to heat the house. So since winter is coming up and summer is going to come to an end soon, but yeah, I'm just wanting to just kind of give you guys my perspective on that, and kind of just saying, stay positive, don't worry about it, don't sell your shit off, just keep it, and just be ready to pounce. Be ready to pounce, right? I can't imagine that the GPUs you hold are going to become like deprecated. They're not going to become like old ancient technology very quickly, right? They will become valuable again, and they will start mining, be worth mining on again as soon as the values of the coins go up again. That might be a year, 2, 3 years. There might be blips where it goes up, then you can mine a little bit, and then you shut them down, shut them up, shut them down. There might not be as easy as just kind of mining Ethereum anymore, but I think there's going to be a path forward, guys. So anyways, I'm just going to leave it there for now. I will hopefully continue to try to make as many videos as I can, and you guys just take care of yourselves and keep it solid and try to stay positive about Ethereum and not about Ethereum. Stay positive about mining and everything. It's a really cool hobby, really cool business. It's a really cool thing. I'm still very fascinated by decentralized cryptocurrency. I think it has a lot of room to go in the future. It's still new. It's still relatively new technology. Like we're talking about like 10, 15, under 15 years for this stuff. So I mean, there's a lot of room where this could go up and up and up and up and up in the future because everything's going digital, guys. Everything's going digital, including the way we barter, or including the way we purchase goods and pay for our bills and our homes. There's going to be a point in time where I believe cryptocurrency will be accepted by government for paying your taxes, or you're doing whatever, right? You want to pay your mortgage. You can probably pay that in cryptocurrency at one point in time, right? I think it's going to get to that point, guys. You just got to be patient and stop thinking about the short term so much, because the short term is kind of gloom, but the long term, I think there's a lot of bright potential for currency, cryptocurrency, GPU miners in general, and crypto. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there for now. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.